Hi, I'm Sujantra McKeever, and welcome to Pilgrimage of the Heart Yoga. Today we're going to explore some of the basic elements that are essential to create a successful yoga studio. And we're starting the tour here in the yoga room. So the yoga room is the engine of the yoga studio. You want to be sure to have a yoga room that is at least 800 square feet. And so that's 20 feet by 40 feet or 28 feet by 28 feet. Figure out how to get 800 square feet so that you can fit in enough people. You'll notice on the floor that we've taped off lines on the floor so that when people come into the yoga room, they know exactly where to put their mat. So a yoga mat is approximately 6 feet long. So we've spaced the mats so there's 8 inches between the top of one mat, between the bottom of one mat and the top of the next. And we've also done a slight stagger so they don't line up directly in front of each other, but one mat is 6 inches behind the other. Also in the yoga room at Pilgrimage of the Heart, we've painted the walls a beautiful sky blue, very peaceful, relaxing color. We have the beautiful art by Sri Chinmoy, which has a really positive message. This one is happiness. There's a beautiful one that's called love. And these are big posters. This framing and this blow up altogether costs about $200. It's real important to have dimmable lighting. So in this room, we have track lights that have their own controls. We also have fans with lights that have controls. Because at the end of yoga class, you want to be able to dim the room. But in the middle of a yoga class, you want bright lights so people can see very clearly. It's also important to have a good air system. So you'll notice up on the ceiling here, we have our air conditioning and heating system. Air condition and heat. We also have in this room an exhaust fan. And this exhaust fan, which we've put over here, this exhaust fan can clear out this entire room of air in about 12 minutes. And that's really important when you're transitioning between classes, that you can get a fresh batch of air in the room. For the yoga experience, of course, you want a great teacher, you want a beautiful room, and you want great music. So here what we've done is we've created a stereo system that has 6 speakers. So there's 6 speakers. You want to have them nice and high, and you don't want to put them in corners. Set them off the corners about 3 or 4 feet so you don't get a lot of sound bouncing around. So we've got a 6-speaker stereo system and a player that plays CDs and has a connector for iPods. So that way a teacher can come in with the music. This is the front of the room where the teacher stands. And so in the area of the teacher, you want them to be able to have access to the stereo system, the lighting system, and the air controls. So while teaching a class, the teacher can adjust the music. They can come over here and adjust the lights. And then they can come here and adjust the air. Finally, the last element that's super important is the flooring. In this room, we've put bamboo hardwood flooring. In another studio that we have, I think have maple hardwood flooring. That works great. You can also do an industrial carpeting, although if you're doing hot yoga and people are sweating on the carpet, it's going to get smelly pretty fast, whereas hardwood's very easy to clean. They also have synthetic, like a vinyl flooring that looks like bamboo, and it's also got some sponge to it, which is nice. And then here, we have cubbies that are for people's valuables. And all of the furniture that you'll see was bought at IKEA, and this was custom done. So this is the 25 cube from IKEA, and one of the craftsmen here went in and made these into smaller ones. So basically, Tom's the craftsman. So basically, these small ones are for valuables, because we tell people, bring your valuables into the room with you. So they can leave their shoes and their big jackets and stuff outside, but purses, keys, cell phones, etc. So this is the engine of the business, and just through this door here, you can take a look, and here is where we have a stock of blankets for people to use to relax during the classes. We have chairs, and anything else that you're going to want to use during classes, blocks, straps, all of those things you have in this area, so people can grab stuff, go in, get set up for the class, put their stuff back, and the next class is coming in. So again, put your energy, your money, your resources into creating a beautiful yoga room. This is where your customers will spend the majority of their time, and so you want it to be beautiful, peaceful, well organized. From here, let's move to the outside. So we've shown you the engine. Now let's begin the experience of the yoga studio coming from the outside. Okay, so now moving to the outside, it's really important that the customers be able to identify your building. So what we've done here is we've used the same blue, a basic shade of the blue, to create the distinctive coloring, and then written the word yoga quite big. Another great option for signage is, you'll notice up here we have a pole coming out and hanging a banner. So in this way, on your building, if you can create the word yoga as big as possible, the distinctive blue, and some kind of banner. So this is going to draw people to your business. They'll have seen your advertising with similar colors, and they'll know exactly where to go. So you've created the more beautiful the outside is, of course, that's great. We actually have two buildings here in Normal Heights, at our Normal Heights facility. Here is the entrance to the main facility, and you'll notice what we've done here is, again, we have this nice blue. We created the logo, distinctive logo, and then on the outside of the building we have our beautiful schedule, which shows and describes all the classes. You'll get a copy of this with your consulting packet. And here we also have the takeaway schedule, which is, we'll look at that also during the program. So people, whether we're open or closed, can stop by and take a look at the schedule. So as I mentioned, we have our brochures, and then this is the entranceway. We've done, again, we're in an old historic building, so they've got their distinctive colors, but again, we've gone with the blue to identify our theme, posters for specific classes, and then over here, we have a bulletin board of what is specific this month. So these are our monthly poster that comes out, and we'll explain a little bit more about the marketing materials. We've also created a sandwich board, real simple design, A-frame, real easy to construct, and we get these printed. It's like on a hard plastic. Screw it right in, and then that gives you really good sidewalk exposure. All right, let's go in and take a look inside. In the whole operation, 70% of our business is memberships, people who pay each month and enjoy access to unlimited classes. Another 15% is drop-ins, so that's 85%. 10% is teacher trainings and special workshops, and then about 5 to 7% is the retail. So I'm standing here in the retail section. Retail is such a great thing for people to hang out, to browse, and deepen their connection with the experience of yoga. And 80% of our sales in the retail are mats. So we've got this big mat selection. And here, picking a mat is actually like a big thing. It's a huge, it's one of the biggest yoga purchases someone will do outside of retreats and trainings. And so with the huge variety of mats, we've created this thing of your perfect mat. So it gives people different ways to decide, because some people are focused on price, some people are focused on color, some want a certain amount of stickiness. So we created this little guide, and then we divided our mats into brands. So here's the Kule, here's the Manduka, here's the Jade and the Prana. And again, you'll notice we've used one of these IKEA 25 cubby units, and we've put on the ends the thinner ones. So between mats and clothing, it's 80% of our retail sales. For the book selection, we have a really good selection of yoga books on Hatha Yoga, best-selling books. We have a section here called the Inner Peace Resource Center, which is books by Sujantra, by Sri Chinmoy. We have a big Sri Chinmoy section here. We're currently having a sale. I highly recommend utilizing sales. It really bolsters purchases. And then also some other spiritual teachers. So this is the book section. Of all the retail sales, books is about 5%, but it's great for those people who want to learn and grow and go deeper into it. Then the other significant thing in the retail section is our shirts. So when someone becomes a member, they get to pick out a free t-shirt. And so we have beautiful t-shirts that have the logo, Pilgrimage of the Heart, on it. Organic cotton, high quality, eco-friendly experience for people. So everyone gets one of these. Again, you'll see the logo, the branding is consistent. And we also have cool bird shirts that they can pick from that are printed in New York. And then there's some really fun t-shirt companies that sell yoga t-shirts. These don't come with membership. They have to get either a bird shirt or a studio logo. And then this is the logo. So as soon as people come in the front door, they see the logo. So we've seen the retail section. Now we're coming over here to the front desk area. So this is the first experience that people have of the yoga studio. They come in the front door, they turn the corner, and now is the front desk area. So this is where the customer first comes. They're going to be drawn to the front desk. So we've created a beautiful front desk, custom made. It's with beech wood. And so you'll notice the beech is the same basic color as the IKEA furniture we bought. So you get this nice common theme throughout. So it's consistent. The carpeting, industrial carpeting, which you want to get cleaned regularly. They say people's second most biggest concern in an exercise facility, first is programming, what classes are being offered, and second is cleanliness. Benches to sit down are, again, IKEA. And here on this wall, we have a nicely framed posters of the different things we offer. So just a general wide sense of what's here. We offer 40 classes a week per studio, just the general term of Hatha Yoga. We offer the free meditation, we have the free kirtan, teacher training, and private lessons. So this just gives a quick overview to people of the general services. Then here, when we come to the front desk, it gets a lot more specific. So we've designed the front desk so two people can sit here comfortably and work. One will usually be the teacher helping to sign in their class. The other, the staff that's working and helping to sign in the class and keep everything organized. When someone comes to the studio, they fill out a new student form, get basic information. And then here is the menu board. So just like any business, when you come in, you want to know what is available. And we've designed the menu board to be extremely simple, because it's important to remember that the majority of people coming into your yoga studio are coming into yoga for the first time. So you want it to be clear and a simple process of decisions. So basically, we have our new student special, which is where we move people for their first purchase, 2 weeks of unlimited yoga for $25, and a free meal at Jyoti Bihanga. So if you have other businesses that you're friends with, that you have a relationship with, you can make them part of that special. The engine of the business is the monthly unlimited membership. So we define that clearly and list all the benefits. And you'll notice also we have a sale going on. Again, that thing of have sales, it moves people and makes people feel like they're making good decisions, because you can never go wrong if something's on sale. And then if people, and here's our drop-in price, the membership, discount cards, and private lessons. So it's pretty simple. It's beautiful, but it's simple. We try and make it simple. When a customer's up here, we make it simple. Here's our poster of monthly events that are going on, workshops and things. There's a general brochure, again, that we'll look at and you'll receive in your information packet that describes the different classes, what to wear to class, other special events going on. And as you saw in the front door area, the schedule, the monthly schedule. And so this gives you the customer experience. Now let's take a walk behind the front desk and take a look at how the staff functions back here. So here in the shot is Lauren, who is working here today. So you'll notice we've created beautiful front desk, 2 stations. There's a third if necessary. Each station has a computer screen and comfortable working environment. In the back, you need drawers for files, cabinets for keys and backup stationery, stereo system up here in front. So you want a separate stereo system from what you've got in the yoga room. We have these curtains here because we don't want people from the street looking in and seeing the money and the computers, just for safety reasons. And these are mats. So we rent mats for $3. If someone wants to rent a mat, they can pay for it. We give them the mat and they turn it in the back. Now, one of the things you'll review in this process of learning about the yoga studio is the website. So you'll study our website, but then the back end of the website is called Mind Body. So when someone comes in to register for a class, we're on Mind Body, which is the schedule system and the back end of how we keep everything organized. So they come in, they register for class, and learning Mind Body is essential to run this business well. Okay, and from here we'll take a walk back to the lounge. So someone's come in, they've browsed retail, they've made their purchase, and now they come into this area, and this is where you hang out, relax, and wait for class. One of the things that's essential is that the yoga room be separate from the rest of the facility. So with the yoga class going on and with all the doors to the yoga room closed, people can still come in, they can register for class, they can relax in the lounge, they can use the bathrooms and the changing rooms. So that's essential. You can keep the yoga class going, relaxed, calm, and yet have activity out here. Because you don't want to have a facility where the yoga room is entered by the front door directly, because then people have to wait outside in the snow or the cold or the rain to come into yoga. You want them to be able to come in, relax, have a nice time. And so what we've done here is created a nice lounge area. We have a reading library for people. We also have, because of using Sri Chinmoy's art in the facility, we have a nice picture of him painting and an explanation about the art and the idea of meditation. We have these 2 nice posters that people see as they come in. The themes change and dream, so it gives an uplifting element to the practice of yoga. Over here, we have a water machine, so people can fill up their water bottles. And we have a board which shows not only all of the teachers, so people can look and read about the teachers, but also it shows the staff and all the energy that goes into creating the studio. So giving customers a deeper sense of the business, but also honoring all the people who work here. Finally, there's a couple of awards we've received and also a dedication plaque that explains the owner's relationship to Sri Chinmoy and to his parents who helped to fund the business, etc. So again, people come into the facility, they understand all what's going on. We have here, there's a shoe rack, and we have a bunch of events going on in the community, so get that community connection. But then our boards, which show just our materials. So I want to keep this nice and neat. This shows about yoga stories of what's going on with different yogis' lives. Here's our living yoga, which is a 3-week immersion. This is the events poster that I've pointed to a few times. So you can see this month, for example, we have a restorative yoga workshop. We have an inversions workshop. Here's our living yoga. There's a Reiki workshop, and then this is our yoga teacher training. And again, teacher training is really important, and then the private lessons. Here, for example, is a flyer for pranayama. So for all the different classes, it's nice to have a nice flyer so people can understand all what's going on. Another shoe rack. Once again, the cubbies, the whole world of the 25 cubby. Again, as people come in, they see a nice set of prints, uplifting prints, a nice plant. We had a fountain for a while. Fountains are a great idea, but they splash inevitably. So we had a fountain there, we took it out, placed it with the plant. And again, this is the area where people are relaxing before class. Now again, as I mentioned, it's important that people be able to use restrooms while the class is going on without disturbing the class. So here we have 2 restrooms. And I'll show you this poster here. So I was thinking what kind of art's going to go well with the Sri Chinmoy art, and what I decided on was the Japanese woodblock prints. So we've got these in a number of areas. Meditative, Eastern, and yet not like deep Indian philosophy, because we're dealing with the Christian world, and I want people to feel comfortable. So you notice we don't have huge statues of Ganesha or big tapestries of Shiva. I want to keep it yoga, the beautiful birds, the art, and the Japanese art. And so there's one bathroom, a second bathroom here. So we've got 2 bathrooms people can use. Here's a lost and found, because there's a lot of stuff that is lost, hopefully found. We bought 2 changing rooms. These you can buy from a company. We bought it from a company in LA. We can get you that information. Nice changing rooms. Total cost about $1,500. Then you got to build them in. Again, you got to get your tradesmen, your craftsmen there. And then the back, the very back, we started. You saw the big yoga room. We showed that room. Here's where people return their mats. I mentioned earlier the blocks, which are pretty essential to yoga practice, the blocks and the straps. We bought these lockers, but people don't use them. They're not interested. So I would not suggest lockers. And we have these metal safety lockers, but again, people don't use them. I think they just want to keep their belongings on them and keep them in those little cubbies. So that gives a view of the lounge, the back area, the basic facilities. And the last thing is we'll take a look at the marketing and the human resources. So we'll go through this secret passageway into the back offices. We're here in the back offices, and one of the key things in marketing is linking up all of your colors. And so the basic way we've used color here is in the yoga room, it's that beautiful sky blue. In the reception room, there's some sky blue, but then we bring in other sophisticated color schemes. You may have noticed the gecko green wall, the slightly darker gray wall. So by blending these sophisticated colors, you get a lot more feeling of the dynamics of the space you're in, and then with the light blue theme. Here we're in their back offices, and in the back offices, basically the key functions are the accounting, the sales and marketing, and human resources. And so this is our area where we have the posters. And if you want to come up a little closer here, I'll just give you a sense of what we got. Here we have business cards for the online studio and for free weeks of yoga. We have the poster I mentioned for the winter events. We have our triple fold brochures. Again, re-emphasizing, here's the same logo they saw. Here's the logo from the t-shirts. Here's the basic color schemes, so that things are easily identifiable. So sales and marketing is a big part of making the studio work, as is the accounting. Accounting deals with the payroll, bookkeeping, profit and loss statements, etc. And finally, here is the desk of the person who runs human resources. So a yoga studio is very intense in terms of human resources, because you have teachers who are delivering all the wonderful yoga. You have all the employees. And so here at the Pilgrimage of the Heart with the 2 studios, we have over 30 employees and another 20 independent contractors. So we're dealing with 50 people. And so human resources, the essence of the human resources is the employee manual. So that sets the ground rules. You want a professional employee manual. You have to deal with labor laws. You have to deal with recruiting, hiring, training, any, what's it called? Not just terminations, but discipline and payroll, etc. So human resources is real important. So your 3 main big jobs in administration are human resources, sales and marketing, and the studio manager. Okay, so that gives you a good overview of the behind the scenes of a yoga studio. It's a great business. And if you follow the basic principles that we've talked about, there's a good chance that things will work out for you. Have a great day.